Years. Can you believe it?
I cannot.
Oh,
I cannot, but also I think I can.
Oh, yeah.
Ang dami lang din pong nangyari in the last 15 years. And I've actually had the pleasure to speak to some of our media friends earlier na parang, as I look back, I'm just very, very grateful na there have been so many career highlights that I can look back on na it's so hard to kind of pick specific ones just because ang dami na din. I'm just very, very blessed and very, very grateful na nangyayari yung lahat yun within 15 years pa lang. I would like to claim 15 years pa lang nangyayari lahat yun. And I'm already just very excited and looking forward to hopefully 15 more years pa po in the industry.
And even more. More and more.
Sana.
Yes. And we would still be here to support you, Morissette.
Thank you.
So I hope that you know that. Now, 15 years is not easy. We all know that. When you look back sa journey mo all throughout these years, what does this milestone mean to you?
I think just because of how we as a country are very, very blessed to have so much talent in our like music, di ba, mga musicians, even mga artists, songwriters, singers, creatives in our country. I think I would say that to make it through 15 years is an achievement because we're just very blessed. We have so much talent, and it could be so easy to just take a step back and maybe give, or maybe like give, term ng iba, but give chance to others. But I feel like there's a space for everyone to shine also. And as for me, diba, parang hindi man lagi pasabog, but I know that I am continuously working on my craft. I'm still after growth after all of these years, and that's why parang I'm excited for what else could be in store for me, knowing that there's still so much I could still offer. And so, that's it for me.
Wow, that's beautiful. We've heard, is this the first concert you're producing? Is it?
Yes, it is. It is also my very first produced concert po. And as I've also shared earlier, I really wanted to personally invest in the show just because I guess initially in the beginning, I felt afraid na baka may mga producers na hindi nila makita yung vision or yung hindi nila masuportahan siguro yung gusto kong mangyari and mai-offer. But I don't mind it just because at least I can also say na, oo no, 15 years, ako mismo, nag-produce ako ng show na yun. And I'm just happy na it was songs that I wanted to sing. I'm with people that I wanted to work with. And so far, I've just been very, very blessed throughout this whole journey because it hasn't been easy, but it's been super, super beautiful. And so I'm just very grateful.
I'm so sure that this has been a beautiful journey for you, and we're proud of you!
Thank you.
After 15 years, finally, Morissette has produced her show.
Wow, thank you.
Clap your hands. She deserves a clap of hands. Come on, guys, clap your hands. Wow, that's
Thank you.
beautiful. And since this is your first time producing, Morissette, and I'm sure that this has been a beautiful journey for you preparing for the show. Ano yung favorite part mo of preparing for October 28th so far?
Oh wow. So far po, I think it's that actually we have started rehearsals for the show very, very early. Even before in-announce namin yung concert namin, which was on my birthday this year. Nung June pa lang in-announce na po namin itong concert namin. We were already doing rehearsals prior to that point. So I didn't want to stress out so much na parang sobrang minamadali. I really wanted to really take the time to curate a really, really great show. But for me, I think yung naging favorite ko sa process na to is also part of that, diba, is I created the set list for the show. Talaga from, and I can memorize it talaga even without looking at a script. Sinasabi ko nga sa team, guys like, okay, we're gonna have a backup prompter there, but I'm not gonna be looking at that at all just because I'm gonna make it a point na memorize ko talaga tong show na to, lahat ng songs, lahat ng gagawin. Like theater, di ba, na very, we are disciplined to do that. But my favorite has been going through all of the songs, and I've gone through all of the songs. And can I say this show is really very, it's really a risk also for me. Vocally, honestly, it's really a risk. Kasi imagine nyo po lahat ng mga naging songs ko po na yung mga original songs ko. Yun palang original songs. Akin Ka Na Lang, Diamante, Gusto Kang Bumitaw, Naririnig Mo Ba? Yung 4 pa lang po na yun, paano, di ba? Mahirap talaga siya, pero I think that was also for me na parang I really want to do this. I also owe it to all of the collaborators that I got to work with in the last couple of years. Just because I acknowledge na I guess a lot of my fans also became fans because of my covers. But there's also so much great music that I got to work on in the last 15 years, and I wanted to showcase those original songs in this concert specifically. So it's also, well, of course, it's a gift to all of my supporters, but primarily it's also a gift to my collaborators and everyone who helped me be where I am today, and which is especially in the side of music. So this is for them also.
Wow, great! We are so looking forward to the set list.
Hindi mo nila din alam mo ako. I've been running the whole show every once in a while, and every time I'm like, grabe, first 30 minutes pa lang to. Sige, laban. Kasi ganun po talaga. Pero who's there to blame? Myself. Kasi ako yung gumawa ng setlist. Pero gusto natin to, so go, laban. Enjoy naman, enjoy.
The Morissette that that everyone's probably gonna see in this concert is the Morissette na has been, I mean, I don't mean any puns, but the Morissette that has been through fire, that has been through so many obstacles and a lot of risks that I personally wanted to take, that I decided to take. I think the Morissette that everyone's gonna see is the Morissette who is just still full of so much passion and love for her craft, but at the same time is constantly wanting to reinvent herself and take new risks. Like sobrang risk taker talaga ang Morissette po na makikita nila sa concert po na to this month that's happening this year. And yeah, just like the growth of who Morissette was from the 14-year-old Morissette back in 2010 to now the 29-year-old Morissette celebrating her 15 years in the industry. Very ano siya, risk taker. Yun po.
Transparent when I decided to venture out into songwriting and producing nung pandemic lang. Nung pandemic, and also, actually also start the music label, which is Underdog. I actually also co-own the company that represents me now. When I decided to venture out and do that, it really was a scary step. I think it was just very, very scary for me, and a lot of the doubts came in na parang minsan pag nahihirapan na ako, hindi ko maintindihan yung pinagdadaanan ko in the moment. I would always, well not always, but every now and then there would be that self-doubt that would kick into my head na parang, okay naman na ako dati. But why am I letting myself, kumbaga parang start again po, di ba? Pero I guess I'm proud to do that just because in the last 10 years prior to the pandemic in my career, parang there was a point na I feel like I was boxed musically, na parang dapat ito lang yung kind of music na gagawin ko. And so, but then I'm exposed to so much like music and other artists na grabe kahit anong ilabas nila, like there's, you know, that's still that artist just because yung voice nila. And I do acknowledge that it took so much time for me to build a sound for myself, but at the same time, I really wanted to grow pa. I didn't want to just be a singer. Although that was what my goal was before, na I just want to sing. Pero I guess just going through the industry and talking to, having the privilege to talk to my idols, di ba, yung mga hinahangaan kong singers, sila din, they also took a lot of risks. They also wanted to grow, even to the point that some of them would say na, actually, buti ka nga Morissette kasi hindi ka natakot to get into something new. And I'm just very, very grateful that despite all of the lahat ng pinagdaanan ko ngayon, I think are growing pains. I'm just very, very grateful na I have very supportive fans na with everything that I'm doing, they appreciate it and they are in full support. And so, it really hasn't been easy po. But also at the same time, like you said po, especially sa Underdog, mas lalo akong na-inspire kasi syempre yung background ko in the industry, I've been mainstream for the longest time. And then biglang technically I'm now independent. I'm an indie artist na po now. Mas lalo akong nagkaroon ng respect sa sa how they're doing it. Kasi ano talaga, they're really, iba yung grind nila. And so doon ako na-empower. Every time nagda-doubt ako sa sarili ko, doon ako na-empower na I think I can also go through this. I also want to go through this, and ayun, I have so much more respect for all the independent artists, and it's so nice because on the radio now, minsan mas nagdo-dominate pa yung mga independent artists ngayon sa streaming, and so I'm very very proud of everyone who just stay true to their sound and their craft and really just create freely po and push their art out there. Yun po. I'm so lucky na I've had opportunities to talk to like the likes of sila Miss Reg, especially Miss Reg, na sobrang idol ko. And like a lot of her songs, kinakanta ko dati sa mga singing competitions. I take so much pride in being able to talk to them and learn from them. I always say, especially with where I am now, na sinasabi ko, Miss Reg, ang hirap talaga ng genre natin. No? Like, parang minsan kahit gusto natin mag-chill, ang expectation is dapat nasa taas ka lagi. And so that's why I've just had to shift my mindset na what really is my goal being in the industry, which is I feel my goal now is sustainability. Because again, like I mentioned, there's so much talent in our country na parang it's so easy to just like step back. But everyone has a time, and I'm just continuing to work on my craft, and I still want to push for the sound that I want to. Of course, I want to keep singing for as long as I want to. And so that's why priority ko talaga ngayon is just taking care of myself. If that means having to step back and having to sacrifice some work just to be able to recover, I will do that just because napagdaanan ko na yun dati na. And it was in 2018, honestly, 2018, 2019 na dati na napagdaanan ko na people saw that I was at my peak pero hindi nila alam na I was losing my voice more and more and more. And so that was, if I kept that on, parang siguro kung hindi nangyari yung pandemic, for me, I probably wouldn't be here anymore today kasi wala na yung boses ko. Tinodo ko na lahat. And so, with where I am now, I'm just constantly trying to look for other ways where I can still surprise my audience, still give that same feeling of power kahit na na mas safer for my voice. And so I'm just very, very lucky na in the last couple of years, ang dami kong mga bagong techniques na nahanap na pwede din pala ganito, maganda pa rin pala siya pakinggan, and it's still with so much power. So it's really just a matter of trying to look for other ways to take care of your voice, but at the same time, project the power that people expect from you. So yun po. Madalas po yung mga kasama ko po sa ASAP, like sila Tito Gary also, sila Tito Martin. Si Tito Gary, one of the things that he would always say, I guess, not just to me, but like, sinasabi niya generally na parang there are singers na mapapawaw ka, and then there are singers na mapapa-oh ka. But it's very rare to be able to find a singer that can do both. And so if you can, di ba, have the power pero may emotion pa rin, parang I think you'll be able to be, like, you're gonna be hard to beat as a vocalist. Yung laging sinasabi ni Tito Gary din po sa akin. So I take that into heart always, na every time kakanta ko, every time bibirit ako, hindi lang siya basta-basta birit, may puso pa rin po siya. So yun yung Tito Gary. And then si Tito Martin naman, one of the things that he would say sa akin is, sabi niya, and honestly, si Tito Martin talaga, I will always be proud that I got to really hang out po with him, like sa mga tours, lagi ko siya kasama, or lagi niya ako sinasama sa mga tours niya. Ang lagi niyang sinasabi sa akin is, you know what, like, he was also at his prime. And then there was a point na parang na-feel niya na parang hindi na siya yung hinahanap. And that took a beating for him. Pero it took him the mind shift of being humble. Na there's also a time for other people. And so that's also something na I also take to heart, na parang na maybe right now wala akong songs na nasa radio, but then like I'm still very very proud of everyone. I'm continuing to work on my craft. And I'd like to say na parang it's also my team and my family who keep me grounded because they remind me na it's okay na hindi laging maging number one. Okay lang yun. And so yun po yung mga natutunan ko po sa mga idols ko. And for, di ba, it's no doubt that they're still around because they have that mindset and they continue to also support yung mga, I always say, mga bagong tubo. Pero yung mga aspiring artists pa, they genuinely have so much support for all the new artists. And I'm just happy that I got to have opportunities to talk to them and learn from them as well. So yun po, sir.
This is Rise Up. And I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up in spite of the